it been changed?
Yeah, वो नई विंडोज आ रही है ना तो उसकी वजह से.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I know. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. اللهم إني أسألك برحمتك التي وسعت كل شيء وبقوتك التي قهرت بها كل شيء وخزع لها كل شيء وذل لها كل شيء وبجبروتك التي غلبت بها كل شيء وبعزتك التي لا يقوم لها شيء وبعظمتك التي ملأت كل شيء وبسلطانك الذي على كل شيء وبوجهك الباقي بعد فناء كل شيء وبأسمائك التي ملأت أركان كل شيء وبعلمك الذي أحاط بكل شيء وبنور وجهك الذي يضاء له كل شيء. يا نور يا قدوس يا أول الأولين ويا آخر الآخرين. اللهم اغفر لي الذنوب التي تحت كل عصام. اللهم اغفر لي الذنوب التي تنزل النقم. اللهم اغفر لي الذنوب التي تغير النعم. اللهم اغفر لي الذنوب التي تحبس الدعاء. اللهم اغفر لي الذنوب التي تقطع الرجاء. اللهم اغفر لي الذنوب التي تنزل البلاء. اللهم اغفر لي الذنوب التي اللهم اغفر لي كل ذنب أذنبته وكل خطيئة أخطأتها. اللهم إني أتقرب إليك بذكرك وأستشفع بك إلى نفسك وأسألك بجودك أن تدنيني من قربك وأن تزعني شكرك وأن تلهمني ذكرك. اللهم إني أسألك سؤال خاضع متذلل خاشع أن تسامحني وترحمني وتجعلني راضيا قانيا وفي جميع الأحوال متواضعا. اللهم وأسألك سؤال من اشتدت فوقته وأنزل بك عند الشدائد حاجته وعزم فيما عندك رغبته. اللهم عزم سلطانك وعلى مكانك وخفي مكرك وظهر أمرك وغلب قهرك وجرت قدرتك ولا يمكن الفرار من حكومتك. اللهم لا أجد لذنوب غافرا ولا لقباحي ساترا ولا لشيء من عمل يلقى به بالحسن مبدلا غيرك لا إله إلا أنت. سبحانك وبحمدك ظلمت نفسي وتجرأت بجهلي وسكنت إلى قديم ذكرك لي ومنك علي. اللهم مولاي كم من قبيح سترته وكم من فادح من البلاء يقلته وكم من عثار وقيته وكم من مكروه دفعته وكم من ثناء جميل لست أهلا له نشرته. اللهم عزم بلائي وافرت بي سوء حالي وقصرت بي أعمالي وقعدت بي أغلالي وحبسني عنا في بعد آمالي وخدعت الدنيا بغرورها ونفسي بخيانتها ومثالي. يا سيدي فأسألك بعزتك أن لا يحجب عنك دعائي سوء عملي وفعالي ولا تفضحني بخفي ما اطلعت عليه من سري ولا تعاجلني بالعقوبة على ما عملته في خلوات من سوء فعلي وإساءتي ودوام تفريطي وجهالتي وكثرة شهواتي وغفلتي. وكن اللهم بعزتك لي في كل الأحوال رؤوفا وعلي في جميع الأمور عطوفا. إلهي غيرك أسأله كشف ضري والنظر في أمري. إلهي وربي من لي غيرك أسأله كشف ضري والنظر في أمري. إلهي ومولاي أجريت علي حكما اتبعت فيه هوى نفسي ولم أحترس فيه من تزيين عدوي فغرني بما أهوى وأسعده على ذلك القضاء فتجاوزت بما جرى علي من ذلك بعد حدودك وخالفت بعض أوامرك فلك الحجة علي في جميع ذلك ولا حجة لي فيما جرى علي فيه قضاؤك وألزمني حكمك وبلاؤك وقد أتيتك يا إلهي بعد تقصيري وإسرافي على نفسي معتذرا نادما منكسرا مستقيلا مستغفرا منيبا مقرا مذعنا معترفا لا أجد مفرا مما كان مني ولا مفزعا أتوجه إليه في أمري غير قبولك عذري وإدخالك إياي في سعة من رحمتك. اللهم فاقبل عذري وارحم شدة ذري وفكني من شدي وثاقي. يا رب ارحم ضعف بدني ورقة جلدي ودقة عظمي. يا من بدا خلقي وذكري وتربيتي وبري وتغذيتي هبني لابتداء كرمك وسالي في برك بي. يا إلهي وسيدي وربي أتراك معذب بنارك بعد توحيدك وبعد من توى عليه قلبي من معرفتك ولهج به لساني من ذكرك واعتقده ضميري من حبك وبعد صدق اعترافي ودعائي خاضعا لربوبيتك. هيهات أنت أكرم من أن تزيع من ربيته أو تبعد من أدنيته أو تشرد من آويته أو تسلم إلى البلاء من كفيته ورحمته. وليت شعري يا سيدي وإلهي ومولاي أتسلط النار على وجوه خرت لعظمتك ساجدة وعلى ألسن نطقت بتوحيدك صادقة وبشكرك مادحة وعلى قلوب اعترفت بإلهيتك محققة وعلى ضمائر حوت من العلم بك حتى صارت خاشعة وعلى جوارح سعت الأوطان تعبدك طائعة وأشارت باستغفارك مذعنة. ما هكذا الظن بك ولا أخبرنا بفضلك عنك يا كريم. يا ربي وأنت تعلم ضعفي عن قليل من بلاء الدنيا وعقوباتها وما يجري فيها من المكاره على أهلها على أن ذلك بلاء ومكروه قليل مكثه يسير بقاؤه قصير مدته فكيف احتمالي لبلاء الآخرة وجليل وقوع المكاره فيها وهو بلاء تطول مدته ويدوم مقامه ولا يخفف عن أهله لأنه لا يكون إلا عن غضبك وانتقامك وسخطك وهذا ما لا تقوم له السماوات والأرض. يا سيدي فكيف لي وأنا عبدك الضعيف الذليل الحقير المسكين المستكين. يا إلهي وربي وسيدي ومولاي لأي الأمور إليك أشكو والما منها زج وأبكي لأليم العذاب وشدته أم لطول البلاء ومدته فلئن صيرتني للعقوبات مع أعدائك وجمعت بيني وبين أهل بلائك وفرقت بيني وبين أحبائك وأوليائك فهبني يا إلهي وسيدي ومولاي ورب صبرت على عذابك فكيف أصبر على فراقك وهبني صبرت على حر نارك فكيف أصبر عن النظر إلى كرامتك أم كيف أسكن في النار ورجاء عفوك فبعزتك يا سيدي ومولاي أقسم صادقا لئن تركتني ناطقا لا زجرن إليك بين أهلها زجيج الآملين ولا أصرخن إليك صراخ المستصرخين ولأبكين عليك بكاء الفاقدين ولأنادينك أين كنت يا ولي المؤمنين يا غاية آمال العارفين يا غياث المستغيثين يا حبيب قلوب الصادقين ويا إله العالمين أفتراك سبحانك يا إلهي وبحمدك تسمع فيها صوت عبد مسلم سجن فيها بمخالفته وذاقت عذابها بمعصيته وحبس بين أطباقها بجرمه وجريرته وهو يزج إليك زجيجا مؤملا لرحمتك ويناديك بلسان أهل توحيدك ويتوسل إليك بربوبيتك يا مولاي فكيف يبقى في العذاب وهو يرجو ما سلف من حلمك أم كيف تؤلمه النار وهو يعمل فضلك ورحمتك أم كيف يهرقه لهيبها وأنت تسمع صوته وترى مكانه أم كيف يشتمل عليه زفيرها وأنت تعلم ضعفه أم كيف يتقلقل بين أطباقها وأنت تعلم صدقه أم كيف تزجره زبانيتها وهو يناديك يا ربه أم كيف يرجو فضلك في عتقه منها فتتركه فيها هيهات ما ذلك الظن بك ولا المعروف من فضلك ولا مشبه لما عاملت به الموحدين من برك وإحسانك فباليقين يقتو لولا ما حكمت به من تعذيب جاحدك وقضيت به من إخلاد معاندك لجعلت النار كلها بردا وسلاما وما كان لأحد فيها مقرا ولا مقاما لكنك تقدست أسماؤك أقسمت أن تملأها من الكافرين من الجنة والناس أجمعين وأن تخلد فيها المعاندين وأنت جل ثناؤك قلت مبتدئا وتطولت بالإنعام متكرما أفمن كان مؤمنا كمن كان فاسقا لا يستوون إلهي وسيدي فأسألك بالقدرة التي قدرتها وبالقضية التي حتمتها وحكمتها وغلبت من عليه أجريتها أن تهب لي في هذه الليلة وفي هذه الساعة كل جرم أجرمته وكل ذنب أذنبته وكل قبيح أسررته وكل جهل عملته كتمته وأعلنته وأخفيته أو أظهرته وكل سيئة أمرت بإثباتها الكرام الكاتبين الذين وكلتهم بحفظ ما يكون مني وجعلتهم شهودا علي مع جوارحي وكنت أنت الرقيب علي من ورائهم والشاهد لما خفي عنهم وبرحمتك أخفيته وبفضلك سترته وأن توفر حظ من كل خير أنزلته أو إحسان فضلته أو بر نشرته أو رزق بسطته أو ذنب تغفره أو خطأ تستره يا ربي يا ربي يا رب يا ربي يا ربي يا ربي يا رب يا إلهي وسيدي ومولاي ومالك رقي يا من بيده ناصيتي يا عليما بزري ومسكنتي يا خبيرا بفقري وفوقتي يا ربي يا ربي يا رب يا ربي يا ربي يا ربي يا رب أسألك بحقك وقدسك وعظم صفاتك وأسمائك أن تجعل أوقاتي في الليل والنهار بذكرك معمورة وبخدمتك موصولة وأعمالي عندك مقبولة حتى تكون أعمالي وأورادي كلها وردا واحدا وحالي في خدمتك سرمدا يا سيدي يا من عليه معولي، يا من إليه شكوت أحوالي، يا ربي يا ربي يا رب، يا ربي يا ربي يا ربي يا رب، قوي على خدمتك جوارحي واشتد للعزيمة جوانحي، وهب لي الجد في خشيتك والدوام في الاتصال بخدمتك، حتى أسرح إليك في ميادين السابقين، وأسرع إليك في المبادرين، وأشتاق إلى قربك في المشتاقين، وادنو منك دنو المخلصين، وأخافك مخافة الموقنين، واجتمع في جوارك مع المؤمنين. اللهم ومن أرادني بسوء فارد، ومن كادني فكد، واجعلني من أحسن عبيدك نصيبا عندك، وأقربهم منزلة منك، وأخصهم زلفة لديك، فإنه لا ينال ذلك إلا بفضلك، وجد لي بجودك، واعطف علي بمجدك، واحفظني برحمتك، واجعل لساني بذكرك لهجا، وقلبي بحبك متيما، ومن علي بحسن إجابتك، وأقلني عثرتي، واغفر زلتي، فإنك قضيت على عبادك بعبادتك، وأمرتهم بدعائك، وضمنت لهم الإجابة، فإليك يا رب نسبت وجهي، وإليك يا رب مددت يدي، فبعزتك استجب لي دعائي، وبلغني منايا، ولا تقطع من فضلك أو رجائي، واكفني شر الجن والإنس من عدائي، يا سريع الرضا اغفر لمن لا يملك إلا الدعاء، فإنك فعال لما تشاء، يا من اسمه دواء وذكره الشفاء، وطاعته غنى، ارحم من رأس ماله الرجاء، وسلاحه البكاء، يا سابق النعم، يا دافع النقم، يا نور المستوحشين في الظلام، يا عالما لا يعلم، صل على محمد وآل محمد، وافعل بما أنت أهله، وصلى الله على رسوله والأئمة الميامين من آله، وسلم تسليما كثيرا. سورة المباركة الفاتحة.
Assalamu alaikum. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. I know that there are not that many people here, so whoever is sitting in the back can please come up front, so at least Maulana can see more faces when he's on the mimbar. Tonight's program has been sponsored by Mujtaba Hussain and family. There's a request for Surah Fatiha for Marhum Mushtaq Hussain, Baloch, son of Bahadur Ali. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. upcoming events. Fatimiyya will be observing the Shahadat of Sayyida Fatima Salamu Alaiha. We'll have a series of 2 majalis on Sunday, January 26th and Monday, January 27th. Both majalises will start at 7 p.m. and they'll be recited by Maulana Rizwan Rizvi. On Monday, Shab-e-Tabut will be taken out in the ladies section, so you're all requested to please join in and give pursa to Bibi. Boys, okay.
बारे दिगर सलावत गैरे अली से कैसे करूं, गैरे अली से कैसे करूं, दोस्ती की बात गैरे अली से कैसे करूं, दोस्ती की बात करता नहीं अंधेरों से मैं रोशनी की बात गैरे अली से कैसे करूं, जिनको हसब नसब भी नहीं अपना याद हो, जिनको हसब नसब भी नहीं अपना याद हो, वो कर रहे हैं आज तेरी हम सरी की बात। मैं देख कर बहिश्त में हैरान रह गया, रिज़वान कर रहा था नजफ की गली की बात, रिज़वान कर रहा था नजफ की गली की बात गैरे अली से होती नहीं है उसकी इबादत कभी कबूल होती नहीं है उसकी इबादत कभी कबूल रख कर अली से बुग़्ज़ करे बंदगी की बात गैरे अली से 100 बार दिल में बैठ मेरे सर का ताज बन 100 बार दिल में बैठ मेरे सर का ताज बन लेकिन बजुज़ अली के ना करना किसी की बात ये उम्र एतबार के काबिल नहीं रहा गलत पड़ गया ये उम्र एतबार के काबिल नहीं रही जब तक है सांस करते रहो बस अली की बात गैरे अली से कैसे नहीं मरता गैरे अली से कैसे करूं दोस्ती की बात करता नहीं अंधेरों से मैं रोशनी की बात गैरे अली नारे सलाम
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين خاتم النبيين أبي القاسم محمد وأهل بيته الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين الذين أذهب الله عنهم الرجس وطهرهم تطهيرا أما بعد فقد قال علي بن الحسين عليه الصلاة والسلام وأما حق الهدي فأن تخلص بها الإرادة إلى ربك والتعرض لرحمته وقبوله صلوات بيجي محمد وآل محمد. Before I begin, there's a request for Surah Fatiha for Marhum Mushtaq Hussain Baloch, son of Bahadur Ali. Surah Fatiha. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم ولا الضالين بسم الله صلوا على محمد وآل محمد اللهم صل السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. In this brief time that I have on this Shab-e-Juma Thursday night, I chose this discussion from Risalatul Huquq of our fourth Imam, Imam Ali ibn Hussein, Zayn al-Abidin alayhi salatu wasalam, in which Imam discusses various different rights which are either associated with Allah, our nafs, our body parts, or they are associated with people that are in our surrounding and those whom we come in and interact with. And also some of these are associated with inanimate objects, and some of them are with living beings. The kids that are sitting over there, I can request them to come over here. Come close. Come sit over here. With a loud nara salawat, come closer. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. So Imam, in one of those rights, he talks about the right of the offering or the sacrifice. That when you offer sacrifice, there is a haqq of that sacrifice as well. There's a right of that sacrifice as well. Now, there are various types of sacrifices. One is a wajib, and the other one is mustahab. Wajib sacrifice is on few things. For example, those who go for Hajj, while they're performing Hajj, towards the end of that Hajj, in completion of their rituals of Hajj, they have to offer a sacrifice, which is an obligation, which is an integral part of the Hajj. And if that sacrifice is not given, then Hajj is null and void. And therefore, it is reliving the memory of Hazrat Ibrahim and Hazrat Ismail, alayhi wassalatu wassalam, how they presented that ultimate sacrifice. Another type of sacrifice which becomes wajib is when a person makes a niyat or a nadhr, that if something that he's hoping or she's hoping that will happen, I will offer a sacrifice. Upon the completion of that act, now it becomes an obligation upon you that you go ahead and offer that sacrifice. Now, if you did not mention a certain time period, then you can offer it whenever you want. There's no time limit. Whether you do it right away, whether you do it 10 years from now, it'll remain a wajib upon you. The sooner the better. But because you did not mention the time period for it, you just said, oh Allah, if I pass this exam, I'll offer a sacrifice. You pass the exam. Now, because you did not mention any time limit for it, it is up to you whenever you feel like offering this sacrifice. But that will remain what? Wajib upon you because you made a nazar. And upon nazar, the completion of that nazar, this sacrifice becomes wajib. Aside from that, there are a lot of mustahab sacrifices that are there. One of the most common mustahab sacrifice, which is mustahab mu'akkad, which has been emphasized to an extent which I'm sure many of you actually thought it was wajib. That's how important it is. For those who do not go to Hajj, at the time of Eid al-Adha, or it is called Eid al-Qurban, to give a sacrifice. It is a ritual that whenever Eid al-Adha comes around, we prepare an animal and we offer a sacrifice. That is not wajib. It's only wajib for the one who's doing Hajj. But for the rest of us who are not doing Hajj, it is mustahab, but mustahab mu'akkad. That means it's been emphasized a great deal, so to the extent that it is close to being wajib. But if you are not able to do so, it is not an obligation, and there is nothing upon you. But if you're capable of offering it, then yes, you should go ahead and do so. Even if it means taking a share into that sacrifice if you're not able to afford the entire sacrifice by yourself. So there's a lot to giving, right? The concept of sacrifice is giving. لَن تَنَالُوا الْبِرَّ حَتَّى تُنْفِقُوا مِمَّا تُحِبُّونَ. You will never achieve the highest virtues unless you give part of what you dearly love. Now, separating wealth is something which you dearly love. You separate wealth for something which has to do with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You know, there are various means and ways that we have to separate our wealth from us. One of the means is zakat. If you are doing those businesses in which zakat is obligatory, then you have to give zakat. If there's a nisab that arises, then you have to offer this zakat. Similarly, khums, if you have enough savings and those savings stay around for an entire year, then you have to go ahead and give 1/5 and 20% of that saving. But if there aren't any savings for you and you're always in debt and there isn't anything that is left over for you, then there isn't any khums upon you. As simple as that. But this is something where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentions, لَن تَنَالُوا الْبِرَّ حَتَّى تُنْفِقُوا. You will not achieve the virtues until you separate from yourself that which is dear to you. Wealth is dear to us, and therefore it is difficult for us to separate from us. More dear to us is our awlad, our children. So therefore sacrificing a child is much bigger task. Hopefully none of us have to do that. But Hazrat Ibrahim had that task. That Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala showed him in a dream what he expects from him. He asks his son, thus he takes him to that place where he performs or he's about to sacrifice his son. With all the hurdles and the obstacles that came in the way, he presented that he did not show weakness for 1 second in implementing the hukm of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Therefore Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, we were just testing you. We don't really want you to go ahead and kill your son. But that was referred to as dhibh azim because Hazrat Ibrahim was willing to offer. Who? A son who was given to him at a very advanced and old age. Imagine having, many children, having 5 or 10 sons. It was a time, at that time, it was common for people to have 10 and 15 awlad. So giving one of them is difficult, let alone when that is the only awlad you have and you have to offer that as a sacrifice. So the concept of sacrifice is very important in Islam, and therefore Imam thought it would be important to go ahead and mention the rights that you have upon this sacrifice. So I'll just read what Imam says in that brief one paragraph long sentence of Imam. He says, and the right of the offering is that through it you purify your will toward your Lord. So first and foremost, what are you doing by this sacrifice? You're purifying your irada, your intention, your will to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That whatever Allah wills, I am willing to do that as well. My will and Allah's will is in line. So if He demands this from me, then I'm going to go ahead and oblige. And that's where the purification of the heart comes in. And expose yourself to the mercy of Allah and His approval, and not the eyes of the observers, those who are watching you. No, it should be for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Sacrifice by all means. If the biggest of the sacrifice is given, as Quran says, Inna a'tainaka al-kawthar fasalli li rabbika wanhar. What do they translate this ayat as? Fasalli, offer salat and give the biggest sacrifice. Wanhar refers to camels, because camel is called nahr, jisko nahr kiya jata hai. Camel is the one who is sacrificed in a way which is called nahr. And therefore give that sacrifice. Camels are expensive. They were expensive back then. Giving one camel as a hadiyah, as a sacrifice is a big tall task. And therefore Rasulullah is being asked to go ahead and perform that. So this shows that you are willing to go ahead and give that biggest of the sacrifices. But for who? For the sake of people, so that people see, oh look, mashallah, I had, couple of cows and a few camels and a few goats that I gave as sacrifice for the sake of the people. No. Make sure the sacrifice is given for the approval of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and not for the eyes of the observers that are well watching you. If this is so, you will neither be hypocritical nor extravagant. In this reference, you go out and give as much as you want to. You will neither be hypocritical nor you will be considered israf or extravagant. That you have done so much sacrifice. Someone will say, oh, why? There's no extravagance when it comes to sacrificing for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And there's no hypocrisy because you're doing it for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So there's no ri'a'un nas, you're not showing off. And even if you're doing it so much, it still is not considered to be extravagance because it is for the sake of Allah. You will only intend the offering for God's sake and know that God wishes your ease and does not wish you hardship. So that's where the concept of it being wajib or mustahab was mentioned. It is wajib for those who go to Hajj. So, well, someone who goes to Hajj, maybe they're not able to offer the sacrifice. Well, Quran talks about that as well. If they're not able to offer the sacrifice, then there's something else that they can do as a compensation or something which will be equivalent to the sacrifice which they were not able to offer because they did not have the means to do so. There's the certain amount of fasts that you perform while in Mina, and then when you come back home, when you offer that certain amount of fasting, those rozas, those sawm, those siyam, that is equivalent to the sacrifice that you were unable to make. So Allah does not wish any sort of hardship for you. He also wishes His creatures to take it easy and does not wish them to suffer hardships. Likewise, modesty is better than arrogance. For there lies extravagance and falsehood in the arrogant. While there are no formalities or falsehoods in the humble and the servile, since they are creatures and they exist in nature. There's no power except Allah. This is the brief, explanation that Imam gives. Now it requires, as our scholars have done, elaboration, explanation to decipher the words of our fourth Imam, Imam Ali ibn al-Hussein, Zainul Abidin alayhi salatu wassalam. So I'll try and explain in a brief time that I have, maybe inshallah within the next 10 to 12 minutes. The Arabic word hada, which is being used over here, or hadi, which is being used over here. Offering is used to refer the sacrifice made for the holy pilgrimage to Kaaba, as we read in Surah Baqarah, ayat number 196, وَلَا تَحْلِقُوا رُؤُوسَكُمْ حَتَّى يَبْلُغَ الْهَدْيَ مَحِلَّهُ. That do not shave your heads until the sacrifice reaches the place where it has to reach, or your offering reaches the place of sacrifice. So this concept, there are muwalat and tartib when you perform certain actions. When it comes to namaz, there are 11 wajibat. I don't know how many will be able to count 11 wajibat. Well, we'll give it a try. So you start with the niyat. You got takbiratul ihram. You got the qiraat of the surahs. You have the qiyam. You have the ruku. You have the dhikr of ruku. Then you have the sajda, the two sajdas. You have tashahud. You have salam. These are 9. What is 10 and 11? Tartib and muwalat. Tartib is that you perform in the sequence that Allah has ordained. You can't say, well, I'll start with sajda and then I'll work my way up. Or I'll do this first or I'll do that first. No. You got to do in the sequence that has been made wajib. Otherwise the salat is not going to be accepted. You start with the niyat, you do takbiratul ihram, and then you recite the qiraat and the surahs. You do the qiyam, you do the ruku, you recite the dhikr, you go into sajda, you sit up, you do the second sajda, you get up, second rakat, you repeat it in the same way. In the second rakat, if it's salatul fajr, you do tashahud, you do salam, and that's how you end your salat. That's the sequence. That's called tartib. Muwalat is that you perform all of these actions one after the another without too much of a gap in between. If there is so much of a gap in between, for example, someone goes into the ruku, and then after ruku they get up and they're just wandering. To the extent that a person says, is this person even praying? I thought कि वो तो नमाज पढ़ रहे थे, लग नहीं रहा नमाज पढ़ रहे हैं. Maybe he forgot. So when the shape and the form of salat is broken, because you are delaying it for no reason, you're not supposed to stand there for too long, you're supposed to go ahead. That's called muwalat. Similarly, in Hajj, you have a tartib of actions. You can't do one before the other. Unless there are extreme circumstances, for example, extreme heat, or the certain ayyam that the women go through. If that's the case, then they can shuffle these things. But for someone who doesn't have these issues, they have to follow the sequence that has been mentioned. So in that sequence, what do? First you give the sacrifice and then you shave your head. Ayat of Quran says what? It says, وَلَا تَحْلِقُوا رُؤُوسَكُمْ حَتَّى يَبْلُغَ الْهَدْيَ مَحِلَّهُ. Do not shave your heads. Allah is so particular. Don't shave your heads until you have given the sacrifice. But we see, and if you've gone for Hajj, I've been going for the past 10 years, you see that all of our brothers in Ahl Sunnah, they have shaved their heads off before they they even go to Mina. Now maybe their fiqh is different, but the ayat of Quran is very clear in this reference that do not shave your head. So this is called an offering, since it is like a gift. Some give to others, and that's why the word is used in Arabic as hadiyah. Urdu mein bhi hum log use karte hain, ye hadiyah diya hai inhone. This is the hadiyah. Hadiyah comes from the same word hada, which is to give sacrifice. Also in Arabic they use the word hudu, which when a mother is putting a child to sleep, they recite lullabies, they recite these, jisko hum loriyan kehte hain, padhte hain. You know, they say hada til tifl masalan, tifla. Bachcha jo hai wo sukoon mein aa gaya. Hada is also referring to the concept of getting to the level of sukoon. And therefore when you give this sacrifice, you feel this internal sukoon inside of you. Loud nara salawat, Allah. So there are many aspects of this, but I'll cut it short and I'll get to some of the important points. Something which, something maybe which is new that you may not have heard before in reference to this concept of sacrifice. What is the history of it? The history of offering the sacrifice. Where did it begin? Who was the first person who had offered this? I'm sure you may have an idea who was that person. Everyone is instructed to know when the practice of sending an offering for the sacrifice started. Who was the first one to offer the sacrifice? Historical records show various forms of offering that existed for sacrifice in different nations. But Quran highlights the origin of this practice at the time of Hazrat Adam ﷺ, when the two sons of Hazrat Adam, Habil and Qabil. A lot of times people say Hazrat Habil, Hazrat Qabil. No, one is Hazrat, the other one isn't Hazrat, because the other one killed one of the others. Like, which one is which? It's very easy. Habil is the good one because Qabil is the qatil. Qabil is the qatil of Habil. So it's easy for you to remember. Qaf se Qabil or Qaf se hi qatil. It says, وَاتْلُوا عَلَيْهِمْ نَبَأَ ابْنَيْ آدَمَ بِالْحَقِّ إِذْ قَرَّبَا قُرْبَانًا فَتُقُبِّلَ مِنْ أَحَدِهِمَا وَلَمْ يُتَقَبَّلْ مِنَ الْآخِرِ. Relate to them truly the account of Adam's two sons, when the two of them offered an offering. It was accepted from one of them and not accepted from the other one. He said, surely I will kill you. The other one said, Allah accepts only from those who are muttaqeen, from those who are God-weary. So therefore, concept of taqwa comes into play in every aspect of your life. Even when you're offering, giving sacrifice and doing this qurbani, if it's lacking taqwa, then this offering is nothing but, waste of money, because there's no taqwa in it. If the salat is lacking taqwa, then this salat is nothing but an exercise. If this fast is lacking taqwa, then this fast is nothing but, maybe a diet regime that you're going on to, right? If this taqwa is lacking in, for example, any aspect of your life, then obviously it is losing that godly, flavor in it, and it will not be any useful. So we can see that presenting a sacrifice to Allah is one of the means of approaching God. Since the present of one of them was accepted, Habil's present was accepted, and the other one threatened to kill him, the two sons of Adam ﷺ used this practice to test their closeness to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. One said, yes, because Allah accepts only from muttaqeen, he sought the nearness and the closeness to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Ibrahim ﷺ was also tested his closeness to God through presenting a sacrifice. How close are you to us? Allah gives him a son, and after having given him a son, which the ayah says, فَلَمَّا بَلَغَ مَعَهُ السَّعْيَ, when we had given Ibrahim a son who was able to help out elderly father with the chores in the house and with earning the money. Now we ask him, are you able to separate him from him? Oh Allah, why did you even give it to me if you want him to separate it from me? We just want to test you. Are you still connected to us, or you are connected to now the son of yours that we have given to you? This is the connection which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is trying to establish, and see that who are you still connected to. How many of us can say that we're connected more to these worldly things than we are to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? We're connected more to the worldly affairs than we are to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We're connected more to the families and the relatives and the friends and the colleagues than we are to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The only way to gauge and measure this is to go ahead and see, what are you willing to sacrifice for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and where are you willing to compromise Allah for the sake of some worldly need? How many places have we compromised what Allah has said for the sake of what we need in this world? And therefore we have shown that our connection is weak. And as understood from the Old Testament, and I'll conclude with this, God ordered him to sacrifice an animal. You know, talking about Hazrat Ibrahim. The children of Ibrahim ﷺ expressed their closeness to God through offering sacrificial animals. The offering at the time of Moses were two types. And this is where you see how even today, those of you who come from Pakistan, how there's a big deal when it comes to Qurbani ka janwar. Qurbani ke janwar ki ye cheez ho jayegi, wahan ye jayegi, wahan ye jayega, usko ye hasil hoga. There's a big mafia after that. This is not something new. It always happened in the past as well. They said they used to sacrifice one group and free the second group for the sake of Allah. The group that was sacrificed was also of the following three kinds. One, they used to burn one group and only leave its skin for the rabbi. So Maulana ko jo hai wo uski khal jayegi. This is a practice mentioned in the Old Testament, that the rabbi gets the skin. You see all the things that are happening over the skin of the sacrificial animal in Pakistan. Ek mafia baitha hua hai ke thereafter, there was a big thing that came out regarding Eid, that everybody was giving it to Eid and said, well, Eid is that, Eid is that. People were coming out, these so quote-unquote ulama were coming out speaking against Eid, saying, why are you giving to him? He's going to go ahead and give it to, for example, the non-Muslims, the kuffar and whatnot. That's what he's taking care of. So there was a big thing. They used to burn half of the second group and leave the second half for the rabbi. That was also a practice. And third, the third group were those whose meat was for everyone. So this is how the sacrificial animal was divided, that there were classes that were separated into even at that time. The Romans used to offer sacrifice for their gods. The priests used to spread water, honey and rose water at the time of the offering. It is recorded in history that they did not restrict themselves to sacrifice of animals. At times, they sacrificed people as well. Yeah. So not only just the animals, some individuals will also sacrifice. I don't know if I recited or mentioned this story, may have heard this story before, but I'll conclude with the story, that there was this king. And this king had a vizier who was his closest, confidant. He would tell him everything. And so every time something will happen to the king, the vizier will say, it's okay. There must be some good in it. इसमें यकीनन आपकी बेहतरी होगी, इसलिए ये ऐसा हुआ है. मसलन कुछ गलत हो जाता, something wrong would happen, the king will say, the vizier will say, इसमें यकीनन कोई बेहतरी होगी. One day the king was, slicing some apples for himself, and he cut his hand. It started bleeding. जैसे ही खून निकलना शुरू हुआ, what the vizier said, that's okay. यकीनन इसमें कोई बेहतरी होगी. He said, what are you talking about? I just cut my hand, badly, and I'm bleeding. Throw this guy into the prison. So they throw the vizier into the prison. After a while, he gets this dressing and everything. He gets it cleaned up. It was good enough for him to, go out. So he goes out hunting. He goes out hunting with his people. He goes to the extent where he exits the boundary of his kingdom. And he ends up by himself at a place where there was a group of people who were getting ready to sacrifice. They saw this man dressed up like a king, decorated. He said, gods have sent us a sacrifice of this man. So they grab him, they put him onto that salib where they wanted to offer the sacrifice. And when the Jallad comes to go ahead and, sacrifice him, He looks through all of his body and he sees that his hand was cut. There was a defect in his hand. He said, we're not going to offer a defected sacrifice for our gods. Even हमारे भी ये concept है that, when you sacrifice an animal, make sure the animal is not defected. Although it's not haram, you can still offer it, but you want to offer something which is without a defect. So right away they say, we're not going to offer this person as a sacrifice because he's defected. He got out of there, his life was saved, he ran back to his kingdom, he found his men, he comes back to his palace. He said, free the wazir, because the wazir was the one who told me that there's some good in it because you cut your arm, cut your hand. At that time I was doubting him, what could be good in it? But now I realize that yes, cutting my hand was actually blessing in disguise. If it wasn't for that cut that I had, the defect that I had, I would have been killed over there and I would have been sacrificed. So they bring the wazir out and they say, Wazir, congratulations, you were very good in it. How did you know this will happen? And plus, I understand that there was good in it for me because I cut my hand. But what was good in it for you that you were thrown into the prison for this many days? He said, Bacha Salamat, I never leave you out of my sight. If I was still free, I would have been with you. If they had spared you on that day, I would have been the second person they would have killed and they would have sacrificed for their gods. So therefore, there was good in it for all of us. Yes, indeed, sacrifice is an important act in Islam. Quran talks about it. It is a very, personally speaking, it's mujarrab, practice that I have found that whenever I find personally something which is difficult undertaking, I just make this niyat that inshallah I will offer a sacrifice, and I find that this is the best way for that thing to come true right away. जितनी जल्दी आप किसी काम की बराबरी चाहते हैं, if you make the niyat to offer sacrifice, mustahab, and alhamdulillah, you live in United States, you give a sacrifice an animal in Pakistan or in Iraq or any of these countries, it'll only going to cost you maybe $100, not more than that. एक अच्छा खासा बकरा जो है वो $100 का आ जाता है. You make that niyat of offering sacrifice instead of just giving the money. You'll see how quickly that thing which you had asked for will come true. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to give us the tawfiq and ability to stay true and pure when it comes to offering sacrifices, when it comes to giving qurbani, whether it is with our wealth or whether it is with something else. Wa akhiru da'wana alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen.
السلام عليك يا أبا عبد الله وعلى جدك وأبيك وعلى عمك وأخيك زيارة وارث. السلام عليك يا وارث آدم صفة الله. السلام عليك يا وارث نوح نبي الله. السلام عليك يا وارث إبراهيم خليل الله. السلام عليك يا وارث موسى كليم الله. السلام عليك يا وارث عيسى روح الله. السلام عليك يا وارث محمد حبيب الله. السلام عليك يا وارث أمير المؤمنين ولي الله. السلام عليك يا ابن محمد المصطفى. السلام عليك يا ابن علي المرتضى. السلام عليك يا ابن فاطمة الزهراء. السلام عليك يا ابن خديجة الكبرى. السلام عليك يا ثار الله وابن ثاره والوتر الموتور. أشهد أنك قد أقمت الصلاة وآتيت الزكاة وأمرت بالمعروف ونهيت عن المنكر وطعت الله ورسوله حتى أتاك اليقين. فلعن الله أمة قتلتك ولعن الله أمة ظلمتك ولعن الله أمة سمعت بذلك فرضيت به. يا مولاي يا أبا عبد الله أشهد أنك كنت نورا في الأصلاب الشامخة والأرحام المطهرة، لم تنجسك الجاهلية بأنجاسها ولم تلبسك من مدلهمات ثيابها. وأشهد أنك من دعائم الدين وأركان المؤمنين. وأشهد أنك الإمام البر التقي الرضي الزكي الهادي المهدي. وأشهد أن الأئمة من ولدك كلمة التقوى وأعلام الهدى والأروة الوثقى والحجة على أهل الدنيا، وأشهد الله وملائكته وأنبياؤه ورسلا أني بكم مؤمن وبي إيابكم موقن، بشرائع ديني وخواتيم عملي، وقلبي لقلبكم سلم وأمري لأمركم متبع. صلوات الله عليكم وعلى أرواحكم وعلى أجسادكم وعلى أجسامكم وعلى شاهدكم وعلى غائبكم وعلى ظاهركم وعلى باطنكم. زيارة جناب حضرت علي أكبر. السلام عليك يا ابن رسول الله، السلام عليك يا ابن نبي الله، السلام عليك يا ابن أمير المؤمنين، السلام عليك يا ابن الحسين الشهيد، السلام عليك أيها الشهيد وابن الشهيد، السلام عليك أيها المظلوم وابن المظلوم. لعن الله أمة قتلتك، ولعن الله أمة ظلمتك، ولعن الله أمة سمعت بذلك فرضيت به. زيارة شهداء كربلاء. السلام عليكم يا أولياء الله وأحباه، السلام عليكم يا أصفياء الله وأبداء، السلام عليكم يا أنصار دين الله، السلام عليكم يا أنصار رسول الله، السلام عليكم يا أنصار أمير المؤمنين، السلام عليكم يا أنصار فاطمة الزهراء سيدة النساء العالمين، السلام عليكم يا أنصار أبي محمد الحسن بن علي النزكي ناصح الأمين، السلام عليك يا أنصار أبي عبد الله، بأبي أنتم وأمي طبتم وطابت الأرض التي فيها دفنتم وفزتم فوزا عظيما، فيا ليتني كنت معكم فأفوز معكم. زيارة حضرت عباس عليه السلام. السلام عليك أيها العبد، السلام عليك يا ابن أمير المؤمنين، السلام عليك أيها العبد الصالح المطيع لله ولرسوله، أشهد أنك قد جاهدت ونصحت وصبرت حتى أتاك اليقين. لعن الله الظالمين لكم من الأولين والآخرين وألحقهم بدرك الجحيم. السلام عليك يا تسعة المعصومين من ذرية الحسين، علي بن الحسين زين العابدين، ومحمد بن علي الباقر، وجعفر بن محمد الصادق، وموسى بن جعفر الكاظم، وعلي بن موسى الرضا، ومحمد بن علي الجواد، وعلي بن محمد النقي، والحسن بن علي العسكري، والحجة القائم المهدي، عجل الله تعالى فرجك وسهل الله تعالى مخرجك وظهورك ورحمة الله وبركاته.